Hey guys, welcome back. It's been forever since I made a video, as you all know. However, wanted to get back into making a few videos and thought it'd be nice to start with my original mainstay, the super pimped out Kaalia of the Vast deck. A couple things first, guys. I did have some people reach out to me recently. There was a story about a guy with a super pimped Kaalia deck who lost his entire deck to water damage. Fortunately, that was not me. Thank you for the thoughts on that, though. And very glad to say that my deck is still intact and dry and well protected. Thoughts to my brother who lost his deck out there, though, whoever you are. Wish you the best in rebuilding or building something new, whatever may be on your horizon. So what I wanted to show you guys today is just the upgrades that I've made to this deck in 2022. So usually when you have a deck pimped out to this level, the upgrades are pretty far and few between, where you don't have to do much to change it because, maybe there's one card out of a new set or two cards that you want to upgrade, but usually you don't have to make too many changes, which is one of the nice things when you get your decks to this level. However, with the recent onslaught of product releases by Wizards, especially in the realm of pimped out commander cards, there's been a lot of opportunity for upgrades just in 2022. So you'll kind of see some of the things that I've done here. So the two piles I have here, well, the deck's in the middle, but the two piles I have on the sides are the two upgrades that I've made, or two types of upgrades that I've made. On the left here, we're going to have actual new cards that didn't exist prior. And on the right, we're going to have cards that were already in the deck, but received a upgrade through borderless, old border, some sort of cosmetic upgrade. So that's what we're gonna look at tonight. So I'm going to start off just with the cosmetic upgrades. Again, these are going to just be purely for show. The cards were already in the deck, but there's been some nice new releases here this year. Starting off here from our what was the name of this set? D&D Forgotten Realm, or no, the Dungeons and Dragons set that was, essentially purported to be full of a lot of good reprints, and turned out to be pretty dull after all, and ended up being a pretty low value set. So the set that actually did turn out to be just excellent was the Double Masters set, and this set was just chock full of commander reprints. Like I said, there was expectation that those were going to be coming in the D&D commander set, but turned out that that set was very underwhelming. But we got a ton of nice reprints in the Double Masters. So a lot of this upgrades here are Double Masters. So first off, we got the Dockside Extortionist, full art. Obviously, all these are foil too, guys. Anything that can be foil is foil. Got our Dockside Extortionist. Got our Sensei's Divining Top. Again, nice, brand new art, full art. Smothering Tithe. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, there we go. Nice. This had a very Orzhov feel to it, I thought, with the coins there and then the black and white rings. So pretty neat art there, and obviously fantastic card. Then next here, again, still in the Double Masters, I've got the Teferi's Protection. So again, just love the art on this. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful card, absolute commander staple. So just imagine the extreme amount of value, good commander cards in just this one set. Then you got the Imperial Seal. So this one, again, beautiful Double Masters upgrade. Wasn't the hugest fan of this skeleton art, but still, I can't resist a full art foil like this. Next upgrade we have here was from Unfinity. Obviously not a set I care about in the least, but we got some cool lands out of it. There were some cool Ravnica Shocks, which went in some of my other decks. It didn't make them into Kaalia, but what did make it into Kaalia was these Galaxy Foil Full Art Basics. With I first started this deck when it was the Heavenly Inferno Commander deck back in 2011 when it released, and so these had a big Heavenly Inferno feel to me of just the heavens, the space realm to it. So we got the plains, got the swamp, which is a nice. Sorry, I got some glare on that one, but nice big planet there. And then the mountain is probably the coolest one. It's got a planet going supernova or something there. And kind of last on our upgrade list here from the Brothers War, most recently, is the Swiftfoot boots. Again, I had this in full art, but I tend to actually consider Old Border to be the biggest upgrade. So I will actually swap out a full art or borderless for a old border, because I just love the way the old borders look. And these were that wasn't the last one, because we got a couple secret layer cards. I'm not a fan of the etched foil guys, but there are times when they only will do it in etched foil, not traditional foil. And I am, as you know, a huge fan of the old borders. So even though this is brand new art designed to look old and has the old borders, so we did get an upgrade on our talisman, the Talisman of Conviction, Hierarchy, and Indulgence. Those are the secret layers. And if you got this secret layer, guys, you would have found it came with a surprise Felwar Stone. So I'd say that's probably the best surprise card I ever got in a secret layer, and I pretty much am pretty heavily into getting the secret layers, and this one was a very nice surprise to see. So got that added in as well. So now, guys, moving on to the actual substantive upgrades. There's a few less of this because, again, always hard to get new cards into the deck, but I do look for the opportunities when I can. So the first one, we have a couple lands here from the Kamigawa set, is Iganjo, the Seat of the Empire. And these are fantastic because they come into play untapped, which is absolutely essential with Kaalia. You cannot afford tapped lands. And the abilities, though, are nice as well. So being that, for example, you're likely using this to protect Kaalia or maybe another angel or demon. But basically, you can deal 4 damage to attacking or blocking creature, and that's a 3 mana instant. But if it's Kaalia, it's only 2. If it's Kaalia and you've got another legendary out there, it's only 1. So you're basically playing like a Swords to Plowshares or Path to Exile type thing with that. So on a land, that's fantastic. Next one is Takenuma, the Abandoned Mire. And so again, this is another similar type of land with the channel effect. This one obviously is going to let you get back a creature, which is going to be very important to keep your Kaalia hand flow going of demons and dragons. Also from that same set, this is, I'd say, a bit of a win more, but in my opinion, too fun to pass up, at least, to give a try. And that is Ishin, Two Heavens is One. He's a legendary samurai. And again, we keep a very limited number of non-dragon, non-demon, non-angel creatures in this deck. He made the cut, though, because of his ability, which says that if an attacking creature would cause a triggered ability to trigger, it triggers an additional time. So key thing there is Kaalia triggers twice. So you have this guy down, get him down before Kaalia, or get him down the turn you're swinging with Kaalia if she happens not to have haste. Either way, as long as this guy's on the field, when Kaalia attacks, you get to put 2 of those creatures, 2 big creatures, into play with Kaalia. So just a fun card. Then from the set, oh gosh, so many sets this year, just keeping them all straight. The that's the D&D set. Again, I'm just totally blanking on the name of that set. But obviously, it's a roll of d20. The D&D set this year had these mythic dragons, and so we are adding all 3 of them. I only have 2 of them here. I have to get the other one added, but and the other one is the best one. The red guy that makes treasures, the copper, definitely your best. This is your second best. Which is roll a d20 and any number of creature cards with mana value X or less, where X is the d20 result. So, let's say you roll a 10, you get to put 10 mana worth of creatures from graveyards, not just your own, any graveyard, onto the battlefield under your control. Obviously, that's a damage trigger, though, so not as easy as a ETB trigger, but when you got a 7/6 flyer, he's going to get damage through. So really helps you, again, keep getting back any creatures that got removed, so you can swing with them again. And then the gold dragon, probably the worst of the 3. Again, the copper, the one that just makes X treasure equal to your damage, he's going to be your best. The gold one is going to create blue fairy creature tokens. But again, this hits on average, you're getting 10 1/1 blue flying fairies, and that you can just add them into your dragon army and just annoy people, attack multiple people with some tiny flyers. Then this one is the Plaza of Heroes. This is from the Dominaria set. And again, this isn't a huge upgrade, but just for a land, this does so much. You can always tap it for colorless no matter what. You can tap it for any color if you're casting a legendary spell. So obviously you got a lot of legendary spells in here, and Kaalia is a legendary spell. And then once you control a permanent, for example, if Kaalia is on the field, no matter what you're casting, with the 3rd ability, you get any color. And then also you have a slightly expensive protection ability for Kaalia. But again, just the versatility and the value that this does for a land is well worth it. Then we've got the Blast Furnace Hellkite. This one, again, not amazing, but for Commander, especially multi, I like the effect here that says that creatures attacking your opponents have double strike. Again, sorry about the camera here, guys. I don't know. I do have a new phone here, but so when any opponent gets attacked, not just you being the attacker. So when any one of your opponents attacks any other one of your opponents, their creatures get double strike. So it's nice, and that doesn't work when they're attacking you, but when they're attacking anyone else, creatures get double strike. So that's a really nice ability. Obviously, this guy's super expensive. This is one you're going to look to cheat out with Kaalia. You're not going to want to have to pay full price for that. So that's the Blast Furnace Hellkite. And I should say, too, I was looking specifically to get more double strike in to the deck with the 3 legendary dragons that trigger on combat damage. Because when you trigger on combat damage, if you have double strike, you get double triggers. So we'd be rolling 2 d20s with these guys, and again, that's just going to be so much fun. So that's the Blast Furnace Hellkite. Last guy here from the Warhammer set is the Bloodthirster. So they got this weird foil technique, but still cool card and fits with the theme, of course. And so he is a demon, and flying trample 6/6 for 6. So he's nice mid-range where you can actually cast this guy. You can cheat him out, of course, but also he's very castable. And his effect is when he deals combat damage, untap it, and you get an additional combat phase. So the thing that's different about him is he's not triggering on attack, which is nice because you don't get your attack triggers if you do cheat yourself into play with Kaalia. But although he gets his trigger on combat damage, the negative compared to some of the other ones similar to this is he only untaps himself. Other similar effects to this will say untap all creatures you control. So that second combat phase is really just going to be the Bloodthirster and any people you have with Vigilance. So that's the last upgrade there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, got to show you a little bit of the upgrades we do, whether it's cosmetic or whether it's an actual substantive upgrade. It was definitely fun in 2022 to add that many cards. Definitely unexpected in a sense that a typical release year would include that much upgrades. But yeah, it's been fun, and it's hard to keep up with the releases even at times, as you guys probably know. Last thing, obviously, here you see my playmat. This is an old playmat, not new. This is actually a Douglas Schuler art, the artist who did the Sarah Angel, and this is a art he did. I don't think this is on any Magic promotional items or anything official. This is actually just a Doug Schuler mat, not a Magic mat, but obviously has a very Magic color pie down here and very Sarah Angel feel to it. So really like the playmat with the deck. So thought I'd showcase that for you guys as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for some more videos. May be a while, but still appreciate you watching.